Welcome to Technology Bob. Today we are going to look at a MacBook Pro. I replaced the screen on this MacBook Pro about 5 weeks ago. Since that time, it stopped charging. The battery had a big X in it and it wasn't charging. So I told the young lady that I would take a look at it. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
From the squeak of the hinges to the roar of the drive, Bob and Nick keep the world alive.
All right, on the MacBooks, we have to take these screws out, these little tiny screws, to get in it. And I will back them out, and I would recommend that if you ever do anything like this, to get a magnetic mat. I had this mainly for cell phones and whatnot, but it works really good for computers. It holds your screws and little places to keep the screw sizes different. So I'm gonna back the screws out. I got the screws out, and why I recommend this is if you notice that there on this bottom there is two longer screws. They go in the back. There's two shorter screws. They go in the front, in the middle. And these screws are just like medium. They go on the edges. So what I have here is I have the grid. I have it laid out. I put the screws as they came out of the laptop. So I don't have to remember how to put them back in there. All right, and to get this laptop cover off, you got to pry up the front a little bit and slide it forward. All right, we got that open. A little tougher than I didn't get it up. These are the things, they snap in there. Got to get them up out of there. I didn't have it there, and I didn't want to. Yeah, I got it. What I actually think is the problem on this particular laptop is I actually think that this cable right here is not hooked up right. Do you see that cable right there? I don't think it's in there right. I think something happened. I think it, because I had to unhook it before. So I'm thinking that that's where it is. I have a new one right here. And we are going to see about, first of all, I'm going to try to get to see what, if it is just maybe unhooked, not in there all the way or whatever. What I did is I pushed the ribbon in a little bit. I'm boot it up, see if it recognizes the battery yet. I'm sure I'll end up replacing that. It says it's charging. So I think we'll give it a minute. Let's see. And I can always replace the cable. That's just another connection I have to worry about. We'll just check a minute. Now I'll bring you in. I don't know if we need to replace the cable or not. It shows up here that the battery is X'd. Okay. But down there it shows it's 1%. So I don't know yet. These take a while. So we'll see. All right. I ended up having to replacing the cable. If you get in there, we're actually showing now a battery that's charging. This cable, it looks like, you look at this cable, I don't know if I can see it. If we can see it, let's try to see it here. It looks like I may have, I don't know. I may have bent it, kinked it, break it, whatever. I don't know what it is. But anyhow, the cable got replaced. It looks like it's starting to take a charge now. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and I'll bring you all back when I'm actually showing something here. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to try to hopefully show something here. On the back side of these little clips, these little push pins right here, if you can see that, right there, there's a little lever that comes up, all right? And basically, that holds the ribbon in place. Now, if you're changing the battery, if you're doing anything else, make sure you release. It doesn't always need to be, when you pull it out, it doesn't, just release it and pull it up. So there's a little lever there, release it and pull it up. I have this one charging, so I don't want to get too close to it. I am going to button this up, but I wanted to take that opportunity because there's a lot of things I don't know, that I don't even know how close I'm going to be able to get here. I'm hoping really close. There's not a lot of information. They just, I mean, on the internet, it says just, here, put this ribbon. Yeah, well, that doesn't tell a lot of people a lot of things, right? So just be careful, wear rubber gloves. Don't work on it with it charging. Don't replace the screen with the battery hooked up. Remove all sources of power when you can, if possible. Sometimes debugging requires a little bit. But anyhow, this little thing has a little cover on it. I'm actually going to tape this in there. So, all right. And again, I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to talk about this again. As you know, we have these screws. We have this cover. We went through a lot here. Diagnose, trying to figure out the problem with the ribbon. I don't have to remember where them screws go. Very, very beneficial. All right. All right, the moment of truth here. We're going to open this up. All right. It's coming up. It takes a minute for apples. I'm going to have to blur out the name. I don't want you to see who it is. Yeah. Moment of truth. It's been about, I would say, 45 minutes. When we turned this off, it was at like 1%. So take this opportunity to show you here. It shows us this charge in there. Let me get in there. And it shows charge in there. You can zoom in there a little bit. It shows us charging. I don't know if I can get in. I don't blur it too much. Let's open it up. Battery preference. It says it's at 49% now. At 49%. Right? Now, let's see. Before, we're going to unplug the charger. Alright. It is going in the complete battery mode now. It is running off the battery. In just a second, I will show you. We go here. The battery source is the battery. All right, we're going to call this one good. Today we actually fixed the MacBook Pro. We looked at it. We tried different things. And what it turned out to be, it turned out to be a cable. It's called the, what is it, the daughterboard charging cable or some battery cable. Daughterboard battery cable, I think it is. It's about 2 inches long on this MacBook. It doesn't cost that much, but they're easily broke. I had to unplug it for the screen when I put the screen in, because you don't want to have any power going to the board when you're doing things like that. I must have did something or something that it worked for a while and then it didn't work. I'm not sure. Maybe it never worked. I thought I checked it, but what it is what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about it. Anyhow. So what we did is we replaced it. It's now charging. And I want to thank everybody for visiting us today. I hope you learned something today. Thank you. Please subscribe. It really helps. We're trying to grow and we're trying to do great content. And as you know, my videos ain't probably the best as far as filming. Someday we'll get there, I hope. If not, I guess as long as you're learning, as long as you're saving money and learning, as long as you're saving money and learning, that's what we're all about. And I know sometimes it seems like we're all over the board, but that's what we're here for. We're here to try to teach you something. Don't be scared of doing stuff yourself. Until later, thanks. Thanks for watching.